Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program. Thank you for growing with me on today. Ah, glory, glory, glory. Hallelujah. Keep on pushing. Keep on striving. Keep on growing. Keep on reaching. Keep on touching. Keep on sowing, kings and queens. Keep on being the best you that you can be, because his eye is on the sparrow. God is watching thee. God sees all. When you praying to God, God already knows. God has a beautiful plan. God has a beautiful plan. For God knows the thoughts that he has for you. Thoughts of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Sow love, here we grow. All around the world, same song. Love. It's the same old song. Love, same song. It is. It's love, honey. Love, love, love. Love unlimited. Let us sow love unlimited. Let us grow love unlimited. Because there's one thing that the evil is unlimited. It's just nothing that the evil won't do to just sow some more evil for evil breakthrough. It's just evil here, there, and everywhere. Evil all around there. Evil over there. Evil so bad. You go out at night to take the trash out. You toss the trash. I saw the young king toss the bag in the trash and take off running. Took off running down the street. It's nighttime because you don't know what's out there. Evil is just darkness. Hiding all in the evil, hiding all in the dark. But the one thing is, evil is out there in the daytime also. See, you can just be going about your business, going about your godly flow, out there doing you in God, because that's what you're doing you in God. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Go ahead and profess it. Grow all over the world. We're going to turn and do the righteous thing so we can be in the will of God and receive the inheritance of God. God has an inheritance for all his children, and you are an account to yourself. You are not an account to anyone else. You are not an account to what your ancestors did, what they did, what this person did. Regardless of who you may be named after, who you may look like, you are your own unique individual with a different soul, a different way of thinking. The eyes are the windows of your soul. Through the eyes, you can see. We can look at your face, but you can see. Really, you can look. If you look deep enough, if you can look past a person's face, because some people just can't get past the outside to really look on the inside and see what type of person that they are actually dealing with. Take the time to learn someone. Don't try to come off molding someone to be what you want them to be, because they're not going to be it anyway. They'll be it for a little while and then they're going to go back to their own ways. Learn, just go into the relationship and get in where you fit in for real. Let it fit like the puzzle it's supposed to fit. It's supposed to click in. It's supposed to just come together, click. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be like, well, I want you to do this. I want you to change here. Okay, now I don't want you to be like that. Y'all understand something. There's some things called compromise. But you cannot expect to go into a relationship and think you're supposed to have it your way all the time. It don't work that way. At some point or another, it's going to fall apart. I'm telling you, you better trust what I'm saying. At some point in time, it's going to fall apart, because, see, that's what they did. A leopard can't change his spots, and he can only hide for so long before he's sniffed out by the game. The game will sniff him out, and then there he is, there is out there, There, wow, I had saw all the red flag, you thought, but it was camouflage. You so in love, you see this, you see what you trying to, what you trying to have, what you hoping to have. Sit back and let it flow. Just let it go. Really, let it flow. Don't rock the boat. Just let it flow. Let it come together. And y'all compromise along the way. Just it's supposed to flow anyway. It's supposed to just come together. Because you both working at it. It's supposed to just come together. Can you do this? Please, honey, can you love you? I love you. It just goes around in a great big circle. I love you, honey. I love you, baby. Please, thank you. Can you maybe? Will I help you? It just goes around like a great big compromise circle. That's what we supposed to have. Love unlimited. Just supposed to go around like a great big circle. Sow love, grow love. Sow love, grow. What you sow, there you shall reap. So why you want to sow a bunch of foolishness? Because that's what's going to be around you. What you watching, that's what you're going to have right there all the time. Chaos, negativity. You sit there and say, I don't listen to nothing. I don't talk about them and none of that stuff. I don't be involved. Honey, I don't know what they do and this and that and that. And be the first one to run to that, TV soap opera and watch that drama that's going on. Know everything about such and such. And then when you tell them you don't look at that, they still want to pull you in. Still want to tell you about some old. I don't want to hear about that stuff. And plus, we talk about some phony people who ain't even real. You running your blood pressure up, stressing yourself out. About because I used to worry about Candace. I used to worry about Candace so bad. I didn't want nothing to happen to Candace. I'd be like, man, if something happened to Candace, dang, what's going to happen to the show? Candace go. And I had to grow. See, because I was so stressed and worried about my beautiful sister, I didn't want her to leave the show. It was time for me to grow. It was time for me to move on because, see, I already knew and know who the have and have-nots are. It's time to lift the oppressed to the world. Africa shall be lifted to the world as we grow. We as a people are going to come together. Africa is a beautiful land where we all came from. It's a beautiful place that monsters didn't come out of. People came out of. Animals didn't come out of Africa. Those were human beings that came out of Africa, that were sold against their will into the atrocities of slavery. And that's what they're fighting for down in Jamaica. They're fighting for reparations. And we're fighting hard. Our hearts are with you. But it's a long uphill battle. No, we can't give up on it. We got to keep fighting for it. We got to keep hope alive that one day, these governments and these people would turn and look at us and say, these people who were enslaved and here their descendants, their ancestors, here go a cycle of oppression that now that's dealing with the whole world. We got greed, corruption everywhere. People think they get it all and they got it all and then they just live in the lap of luxury. Where you gonna take it to? Where you gonna take it when you get it? When you bomb it all and do all, and you got to give an account to those lives. You truly do. Evil is so, and got people so. People are driven by evil. That's how evil, that's how evil is so out there. People are driven by evil. They allow evil to use them. They become tools of evil. But then when you turn to righteousness and be used by God, there go good. God is good. So it's time to begin to sow love in every neighborhood. It's time for us to head on in to the promised land. We growing. We growing. Keep sowing. Keep lifting all around you and be lifted in God that is within you. The Spirit of God is within you and God has a beautiful plan for you. A beautiful plan is laid out, but all you got to do is stop doing you. Let go and let God and give it over to God. Allow God to come in and take control and guide your ship. Tell you when it's time to sail, when it's time to fold, when it's time to run, and when it's time to hold. God will let you know. God will just guide you right on in. The spiritual warfare, yes, is out there. It's all around you. How you begin to eliminate that, you begin to meditate and gravitate to the Lord. You begin to remove that chaos, negativity, and drama out of your life once and for all. begin to remove it. I'm telling you, honey, you get laser in, focused in on the light of God. It's right there in front of you. Focus in on the light of God. Focus in on what God would do. What would God have me do? God guide my ship, because see, I'm lost out here. I'm out here doing this on my own. I need you daily, God. I don't just need you once a week. I need you daily on this journey as I'm growing each and every day. Give us this day, Lord, our daily bread. Joy cometh in the morning. Don't worry for tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself. We are already blessed in God. And so we got a blessing on the way. Our life is blessed. No matter where you at, don't be stressed. We in a bunch of mess. But I'm telling you, God got the blessing. God got the blessing for you. But what you got to do is trust the process. Trust what God can do. Trust what God can do for you. Trust God to lift you. Whenever you down, honey, I'm telling you, get up. It's time to look up. Don't even begin to look down. I know you got the weight of the world on you. I understand. Trust me, I do. But I'm a strong woman. I'm going to keep on pushing, hallelujah, and I'm going to lift the world. We going to keep on growing in God, because I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to keep growing in God because God told me grow. God told me so, and so here we grow. We are growing in God now in 72 countries, and growing. We growing. So that's what you do. Each and every day, you grow in God. You, for the breakthrough. You and you and you. Grow in God. This is your own daily spiritual journey. Growing you in God. And you can call God whatever name you want to call it. Whatever fits, whatever rocks your boat. Whatever works for you. Call God the name that works for you. But God is love. That's what you got to remember too. You got to remember that God is love. You got to remember. 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 Remember about God. Remember about God. Don't forget about God. Get the side. Get the side. Take the reign and grow, kings and queens. I'm telling you, you can't forget about God, honey. We on a journey. We are on a journey, and glory be to God. This is the beautiful plan. So love, here we stand. Take a hand, link up, lock up, and rise up. Just as I told you, I'm trusting in the Lord. I didn't want to distract away from my beautiful trip that God had blessed me to go on. This woman grabbed a hold of me and squeezing my leg on the airplane because the plane started going in turbulence. So I just grabbed her hand, honey, and I turned and looked at her because I thought about turning and telling the flight attendants, can you move me somewhere? Because she keep getting up, to use the bathroom, and here she grabbing on me. We doing some other stuff over here. But I didn't want to make a scene. The flight attendants were already busy, and I didn't want to distract away from my beautiful trip. So I sowed some extra love there on the airplane. Even though we got masks on, I'm sitting here holding her hand, and we holding hands, me and a stranger, because she's scared. And so I started telling her that God is with us. Nothing is going to happen to us. We gonna make it. We gonna be all right. Even though the plane is tossing and turning, we got 12 hours up here over this ocean. These pilots are trained. They make this trip 3 times a week. So I'm trusting in the Lord. What I did know, as I was trusting the process, is that God didn't bring me this far to leave me. God didn't bring me this far for me to fall out, and us to die in an airplane crash. I knew that. And my prayers go to China. They truly do. My prayers go to China and the fallen over there. My hearts are with them over there, and I lift them. I lift them in prayer. So I sowed extra love, even when she woke me up out of my sleep to go use the bathroom. I kindly got up And I sat back down, and here she come again. I kindly got up, and each and every time. Then whether I was asleep, no matter what I was doing, if the plane started rocking, here she grabbing my leg and squeezing. So I would just grab her hand because that tickled, and it was very uncomfortable. So I grabbed her hand and I just patted her hand, and she held my hand until she was comfortable enough to let my hand go. And God had told me, peace be still. And that's what I did. I just sowed extra love. You see there? It don't take nothing to just sow some extra kindness. Just to be kind. Just show a little kindness. Now see, we living in days of COVID. And she holding my hand, and God told me it's gonna be all right. God had already told me it's going to be all right. And then peace be still. No, you're not moving seats. I need you here right now. I need you to sow some love. Or I need you to show them that I'm real, that I'm here. So I'm telling her it's going to be all right. God is, as much as she could understand me, she's, was Nigerian. So I'm trying to speak to her, tell her some things. And so, tell her what God said, what thus said the Lord is going to be all right. And glory be to God. We made it just fine. We made it back. Well, I made it back just fine. They went over there to stay. And so I'm just so grateful. I'm just so thankful. You don't know like I know what he's done for me. You don't know like I know what he's done for me. You don't know like I know what he's done for me. So love grow, so love grow. I'm telling you, because I got a story to tell you. So love grow, so love grow. Then you'll know it's going to come out, honey. It's a beautiful story of overcoming through God, by God, in God, for God, and about God. It's all about God. What they say, God didn't fail. No, God didn't fail. You failed God. You turned from God. What are you doing? When you say God has failed, what are you doing? God is within you. Be the change that the world needs to change. Be that change. Be that one to make a difference. God is using you right now, your beautiful life, to lift those all around you. Be who you want to be. In God you can. On cloud 9, you can. You be who you want to be. But you got to understand one thing. Reality. You got to remember that now. Keep reality in there. As you grow, as you rise, as you live, as you sow. Keep hope alive. God is our hope. God is our hope for tomorrow, today. Keep hope alive each and every day. God gives us a new life, a baby, a new life, an unconditional love for life. That's what a child is going to bring you. So continue to instill love in that child, and that child will pour out love in the end. What we put in, that's what we're going to get out. What we reap, what we sow is what we reap. And what we reap is what we sow, really. It really is. So, you can just mix and match in God there. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I just want about 20 minutes of your time just to tell you about the goodness of the Lord as we grow. God bless you.